Hello everyone, and welcome to another game of World of Warships. Today's replay, it's me playing, and I'm in the Minotaur, a tier 10 British cruiser. And well, we found ourselves daring here. And I'm getting raided. So, I can't just keep sitting here, unfortunately. As much as I want to farm this daring, I'm basically spotted and broadside to a Moskva. And if that Moskva loads armor piercing, he will do unspeakable things to my ship. So I decided that I really need to take the safe exit and hug this island. Now, I'm on the map charts. It's a tier 10 battle. The Moskva is actually the only raider. There is no carrier. And the enemy daring is nicely getting farmed by my division mate in the Des Moines, who is nicely angled and raidering, so this daring had nowhere to go because he made the classic mistake of not having an exit strategy. Like, if you are sailing into the cap, you need to have an exit, you know? You can't just sit here and... like, that's the problem. If you are starting in the north and you're entering the sea cap, those islands make your maneuvering a lot more tricky, so running away is not as simple. So you might just want to reverse into this cap or something and then immediately be able to duck behind an island. But, you know, good for us. So I'm now deploying a smoke screen. That's a bit questionable because we don't really have any shots there. But I mean, basically I saw my friend in Des Moines still getting shot at, so I wanted to reverse here, deploy a smoke screen, keep us safe, and then start pew-pewing. But it looks like they aren't actually all that aggressive from here. Although, well, I mean, I guess I can shoot a Bismarck now. So that's nice. Meanwhile, our side at the our force at the A cap is, well, is it actually? We have the Fletcher taking the B cap, that's nice. We have a set down here, hydroing stuff, but once again, like, from our side, all of those islands are kind of blocking those ships to actually engage in the enemy destroyers. While if our destroyer was in there, every enemy ship could shoot them. And hey, I found myself a Moskva. Moskva is going broadside, that's always nice. Gives me some lovely little damage. Got a blind shot in there, but nothing too worrisome. I'm hoping that the Iowa is going to sail forward. I mean, I have no indication that he's going to do so, but you'll never know. I mean, the way he is now heavy, reversing now. Anyway, not like I have better use for those torps. So as I was talking about the A cap, our forces actually managed to sink a destroyer there, which is lovely. But the enemy holds this cap. We have two battleships that are not participating in the fight anywhere, so that's always a downside. So we will see how the A fight goes. Meanwhile, we don't have too many ships up here in the north. We kind of have 4 ships, and the enemy has... well, okay, they only have 5, I guess. But one of ours is a destroyer who is not the biggest help in a straight-up firefight. Of course, if he gets his torps in there, it will be very lovely. And maybe he can at some point try to take the cap, but with the Smolensk so close, he doesn't have a smoke, the Moskva up there, that's going to be tricky. So I decided, since the enemy seems to be rather aggressive, to maybe deploy into a bit of a safer position, where I'm not getting raided by a Moskva, and I can still hopefully get some shots into the sea cap if necessary. And who knows, maybe we can do something if this Yamato pushes around here. Well, speaking of this Yamato, it looks like the Yamato is coming this way, so some torps are on the way. If the Yamato keeps coming in my direction, there's a chance that they are going to hit. And I have a smoke screen ready, so why not just smoke up and shoot the Yamato? Oh wait, I was the one spotting the Yamato, so kind of a fail in my plan there. Now my division mate in the Des Moines is trying to escape this island as well, and well, I mean, he's doing some spotting right now while he tries to get to my smoke screen, so there is that. We have some torps going to the sea cap because I thought this... no, this Smolensk is just leaving again. Well, you'll never know. Maybe those torps will find a new home somewhere inside the ship. Meanwhile, I can now shoot the Yamato, which is lovely. My Des Moines made it into the cap. Since the Yamato fired his guns, he will still be spotted, although he will make it into cover relatively soon, I presume. But for now, we can get a few shots. I mean, the problem is with all of those many islands, most of the enemies are just, well, blocked. I mean, they can't shoot us, so I guess there is that. And they don't actually have the sea cap. And we do have a Missouri that's deciding to charge. I mean, there are like 5 enemies around here, and the Missouri decides, well, let's just charge. On the bright side, the Yamato just ate some torps. So that's good news. And well, I guess we'll have to stick around here and see if we can't help our Missouri. Now, meanwhile, our forces at A have been rather decimated. Well, I mean, they still have the battleships that never really decided to actually do much, I guess. I think the Yamato might have been somewhat involved in what went down there, but the North Carolina and I think the Bismarck there in the J line, they were just on a sightseeing tour, I think. Anyway. Still no really shots yet. I'm not sure why the Missouri thinks that charging in there is such a great idea. So my smoke is almost running out, and I mean, at this point I decided we really have to fight for C. We already have quite a blob there at B. I'm not going to get anything done at A. So, you know, I mean, okay, back it is charging into the radar. Oh, please don't ram. No, I think they're already passing by each other. Like, if that Yamato would have rammed our Missouri, it would have been a nightmare for us. Oh, look at that. Bismarck sees my broadside, so he's RNG. Nice. This could have gone horribly wrong, but it didn't. Now, my smoke is almost ready, but I'm technically inside the Moscow radar, so my idea is definitely to seek shelter behind that island, and it looks like the Bismarck has stopped shooting at me, which is amazing. I guess he got bad RNG, so he decided it's not worth trying again. Fire. Who knows? I'll certainly take it, because it allows me an easy way behind cover. Now he's switching back to me, and it's too late. And I'm detected most likely by the Yugumo that's around somewhere. So I mean, there is a chance that at some point I'm getting torpedoed from the B side, but for now we have more immediate problems. And I'm getting raided. I'm very happy about that radar, to be honest. Right now I'm perfectly safe behind this island, and this means the radar will be on cooldown. I wanna do something with my smoke, but as long as I knew the radar was a threat, I couldn't really do that. Now I will have an opportunity. There is a Smolensk coming here. Oh, the Moscow is dead anyway. Well, okay, so it doesn't matter. Our Missouri is somehow still kicking. I mean, I'm not sure how he's managing this, but good job. Gotta give the Missouri some credit. Like, his mad charge totally worked. Now, I deployed my smokescreen here. Obviously, I caught my destroyer inside the smokescreen, so there was no longer any spotting, but Viper has reversed out of it, so I can see the Smolensk again, and now we do what everyone loves to do, shoot the Smolensk. It brings such joy to me. It's hard to describe. So, Smolensk is angled, but, you know, we are doing some chip damage there, and maybe at one point he's going to shot broad. Obviously, I mean, if he gets close enough, he will spot me inside my smokescreen while I fire, which would be rather inconvenient. And now he's dead. So, the Missouri was still not done. He managed to take out the Smolensk. Now the Missouri is dead, but, well, the sea cap looks a lot clearer than it used to be. And, well, I briefly considered shooting the Yugumo, but unfortunately he was not detected long enough. Now, we have an Iowa. The Iowa is very healthy still. Iowa is very close, but I'm hydroing her, so I can see her coming. And I want to ambush her with torpedoes around this island. Now, this is where the single launch of the British shines, because usually if a ship comes around this island and expects torpedoes, they will be very slow and then will just immediately turn. And with a small spread, you oftentimes only get one into them, but with the single launch, you can get a lot more. So I'm doing one small spread, and now I'm going to go for single launch. And now we are just going to single. I mean, he didn't do it, he didn't dodge that great. I mean, he only took one, but he didn't come around here as close as I expected he would.
Enemy battleship destroyed.
But there you go, that's the power of single launch. So, that means the sea cap is now completely clear. Unfortunately, one ship behind, we don't have a cap, and the enemy has more points. So how are we going to do this? We kind of want to sink ships, but we kind of want to take the sea cap. It's still about 8 minutes left. So my division mate in the destroyer is just going to turn around and take the sea cap, and I'm going to take B. Would it be better the other way around? I don't know. I do have a hydro almost ready, and I do have a smoke screen that he doesn't. If he's getting in a fight with the Yugumo and the others are resisting, well, I don't know. I mean, we will see. I'm just going to go towards the B camp. We have our Yamato still floating there, and the enemy team isn't very healthy, to be honest. I mean, the Yugumo might be. And there we go, the Yamato just deleted the Massachusetts there. So it's 3 against 3 now. We are not that far behind on points, so if Viper can flip the C cap and I can flip B, or at least contest it, I mean the island should provide me with enough cover against the enemy team, so I shouldn't actually have to risk anything here. I can't just wait then until Viper arrives and maybe then do some smoke screen action while he is spotting. Still only have 1 smoke left, and we just lost the Yamato. The Yamato was told by the Yugumo, so the Yugumo is still around somewhere in this area, and I'm detected. Now RPF tells me where the Yugumo is, kind of, but I don't know how far away he is. I'm relying on this island to protect me from the Chambard and the Hindenburg. I'm trying to get closer there. We're going to get some random torps off because, well, I don't know. I mean, the Yugumo might just be coming this way, so I could get lucky. But now I just want to hack this island. Oh, the Yugumo is inside the camp. That changes things. I've got the hydro, so, you know. Hello there. Originally, I just wanted to hack this island and wait for Viper to arrive so that he can help me with some spotting and then smoke screen. But, you know, that maybe there's a chance to sink the Yugumo. I will have... Well, I'm at my last hydro there, so... And the enemy team is on very low health. It might have been regretting moving out there. I'm kind of broadside to the Hindenburg. The Hindenburg gets a very good salvo, but he's broadside to me too. And I reload a lot faster, let's face it. So that's the Hindenburg dealt with, and now we have the Yugumo. I'm in cover from the Chambard. And you know what, Yugumo? Goodbye. So honestly, I mean, maybe I should have just kept sitting behind this island. I felt like I need to take the opportunity and sink the Yugumo. If the Yugumo manages to escape, you know, and I'm out of hydro, I mean, hydro itself isn't guaranteed to spot them, because I could just stay away. I thought I needed to take this opportunity. It was a bit unfortunate that I ran into the ships right there. Well, I mean, it was to be expected. But it worked out, it worked out. So RPF tells me that the Chambard is coming around this way, so we have some torps. You'll never know. I do have a smoke screen ready, I do have my destroyer here with me. And I'm trying to get closer to this island so that I can then maybe... Oh. You know, it's true that I think we found the Chambard. I'm too close to hide in my smoke screen. He's somewhat showing broadside, let's just farm him. And my destroyer can do... Oh, wait. So, turns out I managed to sink the Chambard. So here we are with the results. And, you know, in the end there, I mean, I had to make a split-second decision, basically. He was too close to hide in smoke. I could have tried hiding in smoke and hoping that the torps would do something. But I thought, you know, he's broadside, he's only going to get angled, and I still have a destroyer who can probably finish him off with some torps in the long run. So I decided that I'd just try to do as much damage to the Chambard as possible, and hopefully soften him up so that Viper can take him out. Turns out that I got him myself, so yay! Now I'm not sure about my last action there behind the island, engage. Well, I tried to leave the island to engage the Yugumo, to just turn around, and in doing so I exposed myself to the battleship and the cruiser, which I should have kind of expected. But as I said, I felt like if I didn't deal during this hydro with the destroyer, then he would probably just slip away, and that might cost us the battle. But anyway, hope you enjoyed watching this, and I'll see you guys next time.